global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. It's truly getting interesting in Rivers State, and this time around Loyalists and allies of Wike are literally begging the FCT minister to quite quietly and gently look into the disarray that is going on in the camp in Rivers State. And some of them are really threatening that they will start talking. And of course, the Simplified movement, one or two of them have sneaked into their group and is getting feedback. Right now, the Wikematics are really not hiding it because they've discovered it's already in the public domain, but they're trying to water it down. But they're sending signals. This has to stop now. And they're mentioning names. They're not only just mentioning names, they're calling out the sole administrators in charge of those local government areas, because the people are not going to keep quiet again in the DMs anymore. They will start demarketing where necessary. Well, before we go into the newspaper to find out exactly what's going on, kindly subscribe to our channel. Don't forget that some days back, it was a case of Ohada East where one of the youths decided to give small brushings. And of course, the security personnel, the Rivers State Police Command had condemned that act. Looks as if there are actually 4 more that is on the pipeline, and they're calling their names. You're going to get the full details on that. But let's find out what the loyalists, powerful loyalists of Wike is saying, and they're talking. Honestly, they're beginning to talk to the media team of Wike to look into this matter, because they're not going to keep their mouth shut. One of them said, look, very soon we'll talk, and even the wind will hear us. They're not holding their mouth anymore. They say, look, you need to know, both leaders and loyalists have been on the forefront of this fight. So any leader will want chop alone, will no one agree reward loyalists and loyalty, fit coletto. Youth are not smiling. Abba, the youth are truly not smiling. They are talking. Another person said in their group, he said, look, alliance under the weight of monetary offers and car gifts from the opposition. These influencers choose conviction over convenience. Many were offered tempting gifts to cross over to the Simplified camp, but they refused. They took a stand despite threats, smear campaigns, and risk of being ostracized in their communities. They boldly defended the ideals and integrity of our political family when it was not popular to do so. That is the very definition of loyalty. Then I said, that's the very definition of unwavering and loyalty. Social media influencers across the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. Now, these young men and women, armed with nothing but their keyboards and undying loyalty to our leader, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, took the battle to the digital front lines. Today, this is a passionate appeal. They must be remembered and rewarded. While others sought safety in silence or shifted allegiance under this dispensation, they are talking, they are not smiling. But apparently more drilling seems to be coming soon. They are not holding their mouth at all. But let's quickly find out what else is on the pipeline. According to the media team of Wike, the Wikematics media team, said, look, Obiokpo sole administrator, your complaint don't for my table. Oh, reach out to your people. No, they chop alone, I beg. They are now calling out Obiokpo sole administrator. Guy, let this thing trickle down. Oh, boys are complaining. Another person said, look, Ohada East, if you cannot abide by the terms and conditions of the office, don't accept it, or else there will be consequences. It looks like Ohada East is still not done, although he did mention that he was forced to resign under duress and he's back again. And they're now telling him in the coded terms that if you cannot abide by the terms and conditions given to you to come back to office, don't accept it, or else there will be consequences. Youth are not smiling. They said, Adonis, sole administrator, he said, your people are crying, oh, and they are complaining bitterly. Let it trickle down to our people. God, I beg. That is a Wikematics media team, and now they can't contain it anymore. They are now calling their their sole administrator. Guy, release this thing. Boys are not smiling. They don't put you there now. Why they show joy? They said any sole administrator that wishes to sabotage our efforts or the structure that brought him or her to power will be dealt with. Look at, they're not smiling. Somebody said, just make me a PA to the council boss, which is called chief of staff, and see if I will not move with half of the police officers in the area command. This sole administrator, he really messed up well. They're saying now you have that kind of power, you couldn't even bring security around you. For what now? But they said, well, for that is only actually Bonnie, Ikwere, Emo, and Omoma people that are enjoying their sole administrators. They actually commended some. They said any local government area sole administrator that is not working and eating alone without any empowerment to the grassroots should show the exit door instantly. Boys are not smiling. No, they are not smiling at all. Another person was in their platform saying that as a sole administrator, your primary responsibility is your people. Chopping alone won't help you. Then they said Voice of the Streets opened up and said, look, the Thai local government area is doing absolutely well. We get evidence. That's nice. Another person said, look, Wike, on your mandate, we shall stand. No going back. They say Ghana Sole Administrator Professor Barry Nwebere, the complaints from our people are too many. Please reach out to them. The past 1 year and 8 months have not been easy journey on them. It's time to empower our people in Ghana. Let them feel the impact of the governance. They're calling on all those that are also not performing. They say, I service loyalty. What have you gained from it? You bring down your own fellow man. Somebody could not hold it. He said, look, the same civil servants that have been criticizing politicians for being selfish are now the sole administrators, and they are actually worse. My colleague is in the house. This is no longer, they tried to hide it, but now they're making it public. What's your take on the listed sole administrators that are not performing and the boys actually not smiling?
Well, this was expected, considering the fact that these guys have been on the fence for a long time. Don't forget that when Fubara was brought into power, the first target was to make sure that he settled all those who were instrumental to him being elected into the position of a governor. We know about the 3 wise men. I think those ones, their own is chunky. Then, apart from the 3 wise men, we also know of, some council chairmen and even the House of Assembly members. All of them were supposed to be settled in one way or the other. And I think it was meant to also translate to, the other subordinates who are at the lower end. All of them were supposed to test something, but unfortunately it didn't happen that way because of what happened. So now that Fubara is back, Wike is back in control, it was expected that everyone appointed to lead will have that understanding, to bring everybody in and let them enjoy it. But unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. Some of these sole administrators wants to keep some good bucks in their pocket first, because they know that the next 6 months after the conclusion of the local government election, there's no way money will touch their hand again. So right now, everyone wants to stack money, but it's not going to be right that way. You've got to also allow those who have been waiting like you waited, to also enjoy money. But it's quite shocking that these things are happening, I must say. If this is what politics really entails, it therefore means that not everybody will have to test or enjoy money when it comes to, because I feel personally empowering the people would have been the most important thing, and also possibly improving on infrastructure in the local government. But the situation whereby everybody is just like, we know how we suffered and blah, 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 blah. But however, I think that's the politics that is played out in Rivers State, or let me say in Nigeria. You see that those who had queued up to wait for you to get to a particular level and supported you, you're supposed to also be a blessing to them. I think that's the reason why we are seeing corruption and also poor delivery of contractual jobs given out because of that. But I think this is going to tear. There's going to be an implosion in Wike's camp, especially when it comes to the LG election. A lot of those who are currently doing those stuff that are doing may likely not be given an opportunity to contest the election. But even with all of that put together, we can't really tell what will happen in Rivers State in the next coming month. Don't forget that this guy had dropped a hint yesterday, the senior president, that they are expecting the likes of Bayelsa State Governor and also Rivers State Governor to be a part of APC. So which means if he's a part of APC, we can't really tell what will happen. That's where I think the whole issue will stop, because if Fubara comes on board, a lot of things will be altered.
Well, okay, let's just hope all ends well. That's good.